And here we go.
Welcome.
We are live.
To the Laser Maker's Realm.
It is another holiday or Halloween live stream for us. So, as you can see, I've got my mask on that I made on the laser. Patrick's got some neat stuff to show you today, and so does Steve down there, way down at the bottom over there. So that is Patrick with LightSource.pro, LightSource Engraving.
And that right there is Steve, the Hobo with wood.
And up there is Rich, Louisiana Hobby Guy.
And we are the Laser Maker's Realm for Halloween. I want to say hello to everybody that's already here. And we've got a couple of neat projects for you today. I've been doing less than usual, only because I'm recovering from a few little things at the doctor and doing PT 5 days a week. So other than that, this, what I'm wearing here, is an actual mask that Patrick turned me on to. Something that I've had, that I order every month from my grandson. It's scratch paper that actually engraves. Awesome. I'll give you a bigger view of that. There it is. It's my pumpkin.
Big improvement.
It looks good.
And I've also got a Batman and some other designs for this as well, with the elastic band on it. So let's get started with what we've been doing lately, and let's jump over to Patrick over there and see what he's been up to for the last 2 weeks.
All right. Well, the first thing I'm going to show you is a little Halloween diorama that I put together. After the last live stream, we were talking about what to do, and I jokingly said, how about Halloween dioramas? And we ended up going with choose your own theme, and I decided, heck with it, I'm going to do the Halloween diorama. So here we go. I had the lights off, so let me get this turned back on. And there's the up view with the mood lighting, and that has color changing LEDs. So the acrylic, I can change the colors. Maybe. If I can get this to work.
So the house is acrylic, and what are the other parts?
Yes. So this is the acrylic house. All right. Here is a wood pumpkin painted with a white powder coat inlay. The outside's painted, the inside is not. I have this spooky cat from last live stream. I'm going to bring you in closer here. If this cooperates. All right, there we go. All right, so there's the pumpkin, and then I have the scary cat, of course. I have the Laser Maker's Realm ghost, and he's holding up his foam finger that says LMR #1. Then a regular orange pumpkin. On the acrylic, you'll see the witch's hat and the skull and crossbones. I have a skull tree, and there's the sun or moon and some clouds and some bats. I'm going to turn the lights on so you can actually see all this stuff. I got a couple other things I want to show you anyway. All right, studio lights are on. There's a little better view, maybe. As soon as it focuses.
There we go.
There. And then these are on wires, so you got the nice 3D effect from this and the bat. You got a little spider down here, a little coffin. So I think I went all out with my crafting this last week. And here's a little acrylic LMR pumpkin setting on that. So that's one thing I was up to this week. If you haven't saw my video, head over to my channel and check out my video on engraving skulls. Here is one of them. This is a real skull that I did engrave. And I'll show you how to do it with the UV laser and a fiber laser using Brilliance ink. The real
what kind of
good one
animal
is
was that from?
that one was actually a hog. This one, of course, is recognizable.
Yeah.
With the deer skull. So this is sugar skull patterns, different elements that I put on this deer, on the cheeks, the top, back with that. And let's see. Speaking of sugar skulls, here's a little glow in the dark 3D printed sugar skull. When I turn the lights back down, you'll be able to see it glow. And then today I was working with Jeremy HTO Holsters, and we were doing photos on steel. So this is Black Noir from The Boys, and this is a photo I did on steel just today, and then got that clear coated. But that's the most of what I've been up to. But yeah, just check out my channel for the videos on the skulls and how to do that. Yeah.
Very cool. Steve, what have you been up to the last 2 weeks?
Oh my! Well, started out with a challenge from one of the viewers in our last live stream, talking about the pencil box, that distribution box I did. And Brandon, I don't know if Brandon's watching tonight, but he said he challenged or suggested a gumball machine. So I've been working on a gumball machine. Haven't got all the bugs worked out yet, but it's really intricate. It's got all kinds of gears and working mechanisms, and right there's the hopper that the gumball drops into, and it rolls around and deposits on the slide that you see in the bottom there, and then rolls out in the front. But I'm still working that out, getting all the bugs worked out. Cool. The one thing I had trouble with initially, I started out with a bottle that I got from a jar, I should say, I got from Hobby Lobby, and it was in a short form of a light bulb. And I said, that's a bright idea, that'll work. And it worked great, but it's heavy. And then everything else I got, I come up with a couple different ideas, but bottleneck issues. They were truly bottlenecking the gumballs. So I finally found something I think is going to work, and that's going to be coming to my patrons on my Patreon page. Probably in the next week or so. So all of my patrons watching, we're making progress. We're getting there. But I shared the ring box I did a few weeks ago, and these are actually Paduk inlays in hard maple. And I've been experimenting with different actual woodworking techniques. I've got a friend who actually started me down this adventure with lasers. And he does custom woodwork, and he's a perfectionist at everything he does. And he showed me this technique and said it's called banding, and he does it in a lot of his furnitures. And this is actually 5 pieces of wood. There is 3 pieces of Paduk and 2 pieces of walnut sandwiched all in a hard maple, and all of that's less than a centimeter. And that was a fun technique to start learning to do, banding. And they actually make that in large strips, and then you can take and actually inlay that into different furnitures. And then today, while working with my hardwoods, Paduk and hard maple again, I shared this video on Hobo with Wood. It's an actual family tree in the living, what do you call that? Tree of life. Yeah.
Tree of life.
Tree of life.
Tree of life. And it got, the husband and wife, and then the children are the fruit of the marriage. And I thought that was super cool. And then the projects that I've ended up creating that we're going to give away that are going to be available for everyone to download for free for the next 24 hours. I did a collection of, I first started calling them bowls, but they're not really bowls, more like baskets, more like bread baskets or fruit baskets, and or just plain old artwork. And they're just simple layered designs And the way these designs work, they are scalable. This file is the same as this file. Of course, you just scaled it down to size. But these two files are also this file. That is the same as that.
Depending on how you lay them out.
How you lay them out, how you stagger the fit, or the layers as you glue them up.
Very cool.
But these are the same as that. And
Thank you, Army Dogs, for the super sticker.
Yes, thank you very much, Army Dogs. That's one file that's going to be free for download. This looks like it's the same, but it's not, because the width of each layer is wider, and it gives a lower profile to the basket compared to the thinner strips and much taller.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another design. So that's two designs. Then I went with some different geometric shapes. And then the last one I did using the golden ratio, to where each one of the dots are reduced by the golden ratio. And so as that spirals out, it really does give a sense of symmetry to it and looks kind of neat. You can change the artwork, do whatever you want in there. But then when I was making the photographs for this, just for convenience and carrying, I stacked them, and the way that they went together, I was like, that's cool. So I took that very first file and nested 3 of them.
Oh, that is
cool. Nice.
And then painted them up so that, it's white, pinkish, red as it comes out. Trying to give it an effective pattern.
Sorry.
Yes, thank you, Louis.
So your imagination is your only limitation when it comes to these files, as far as what you can do. So play with them. Those are going to be free for download. And I did. I don't know if that was on my page. My patrons had a video on how to create these. So consider going over to patreon.com/hobowithwood, become a patron. You get all this stuff way in advance and a lot of how-tos. So that's what I've been up to. And what you got, Rich?
What? Quick question. What was the golden ratio?
Golden ratio.
Somebody will ask.
Well, we talked about that in one of the other live streams. But the golden ratio is everywhere you look in nature. In fact, it's also in this particular design, according to, I think it was Dan Brown. If you take this and put it in the center square at St. Peter's Square on the third full moon in December, it'll spin around and show you where all the hidden gold is at the Pope's place. But the golden ratio,
I got to get one of those.
The golden ratio is in a short version is 1.62. 1.62 rounded down to like pi is 3.14, but it actually goes way on, and so does the golden ratio. 1.62 is the factor that you use if you're going to either expand and or reduce something and keep it really looking symmetrical. And it appears everywhere in nature. If you look at the conch shells and the way that they spiral out in a conch shell, each one of those veins in a conch shell, it equates to about the same as that ratio, 1.62. The flower petals in the sunflower and a couple other, they're everywhere. But the golden, if you research it, golden ratio is used in architecture, it's used in furniture making, it's used everywhere, because it's just that aspect ratio and the way that it expands and reduces is just pleasing to the eye because it happens naturally. It's everywhere you look.
Thank you, Mr. Wilkerson, for the super sticker.
All right. So I have been pretty much recovering from a flood, and Kate is asking how I am. Better than I've been. So I had a couple of little procedures and a change in medicine, and things have changed quite a bit. So I'm doing much better. Thank you so much, Kate, for that. I have been recovering from a flood here. We had some torrential downpours a few days ago and got 2 inches of water here in the shop, even though we're 6 inches above the ground. So you can give you an idea of how much water actually came into the shop. Thank you, Mike, for that super sticker and for helping out with the supplies. We really appreciate that. But I have had some things that I've been working on that I've gotten done. And one of them is a friend of mine is a boat captain. And he had come in from, I guess, 5 days out with a few 1,000 pounds of shrimp. And he was bringing me some shrimp. And he said, "Hey, can you make me a nameplate for my desk at the office and one for the boat?" Well, I didn't even realize the boat had a desk, but apparently it does. So he was asking for a nameplate. So I put this together. And this is, no, it's kind of hard to see with the lights out.
There you go.
This is wood, and that is inlaid, that piece of plastic there with his name on it and the logo. And the sides are done in like an offset fill. So this piece of plastic in the middle is actually, I thought I had one right here somewhere. It is a piece of plastic that's black on one side and gold on the other. And you engrave the gold off and it reveals the black underneath. It's Romark plastic, and it's made for laser engraving. And this is how it comes out. It comes out really, really nice. So you can get really super fine details if you look at the logo. Really super fine details. And this isn't his company. I made this one specifically for the live stream. But you'll see that it's totally flat. It lays inside there. What I did was I drew a square, a rectangle, the size of that piece of plastic, and then I engraved that part out so that it was deep enough so that this plastic would fit in without, with it being perfectly level. So there's that. And then I was looking to try and find out, I went on Printables and I printed this, let's see, which way would it be? Like this? No, like this.
There you go.
Yep.
I printed this business card holder, and I thought it was kind of cool. It also has a subliminal message, you know, the check mark. And I printed this on the 3D printer back there, which you see I have a ghost printing right now. But I didn't, think that I wanted to print it. I wanted to match what the other piece was that I made. So now this one doesn't match, obviously, but this is what the business card holder looks like. And I've got the lights out right now, so it's kind of hard to see anything, but that's what my design looks like. It's very, very similar. And actually, I designed this just from memory of seeing this one, and they turned out to be almost exactly the same. So I did decide that this one is slightly different because the check mark is going the opposite way. So I did another one, and then I did another one, and then I did another one, and I've got a bunch of them, a bunch of prototypes. This one I painted to see how it would look painted, and I finally decided that I'm going to do one for myself. And these are the actual pieces. I've put these pieces together so far. So, and then the stand actually has the Lightburn logo on it. So this is going to fit into here like that. And this will be my business card holder that I'm going to print from my desk. And I think this is going to be the final design that I'm going to use for his. So it's going to match this, the same wood, the same design on the sides. And I think this is done. So now I'm getting ready to run off a new nameplate with his actual company name on there. And he'll be back again next week. So to pick it up. So that's what I've been doing. Then I decided to use Patrick's idea with the paper. I've been getting these scratch papers from my grandson for a long time. I get like one a month, a package. And I decided to make some masks, which you saw me wearing in the intro. And this is all done on the laser. I've got a piece of this paper in there right now, and I'm going to run that off. And basically, all you do is run this off, and then to keep from sweating on the other side, before you put the actual elastic band on, you just take and spray some clear on the back side, and that way it won't deform when you actually put it on. I did this one, the pumpkin, and I also did Batman out of the paper. And the elastic is just regular elastic that I got online that, you know, stretches, and I just CA glued it together on the corners, and it works like a charm. So that's what I've been up to this week. Oh, and then I've got, I don't think I've shown anybody this yet. Got this skull. This is an acrylic pour. Those are 50 caliber shells inside. And this was done by my friend Nick in Texas. He has a channel called Build Dad Build. And this was a mold of a skull that he went to the firing range and shot off some 50 caliber and dropped them all into the mold with the skull, with the acrylic. And this is how it's set up. It's actually pretty awesome.
That is cool.
Perfect for this live stream to show to you anyway. So that's pretty much all I've been doing. I've got tons of these that I've been making the prototypes out of, and I've got more over here, and I'm going to make a few of these and see. They're all slightly different designs that you really can't see, you know, in the video here, but they're slightly different. They go together slightly different, and that's what I've been up to, mostly cleaning up after the flood, and came in tonight to get ready for the live stream, and I picked up my business card holder, and it was filled with red ants.
Oh boy.
So I spent 20 minutes going around my finger, popping all the little red ants on the desk. I hope there's no more around, because they bite, and they hurt when they bite you. So they leave a red welt. But I don't use, Doug is asking how I use the triple thick on the back. I don't. What I used was Rust-Oleum. Let's see. You know what? Might be in the shop next door. It's just a clear lacquer finish that you spray on, and I just put 2 light coats on there, and that keeps the you know, when you sweat where it contacts the skin, it keeps the sweat from ruining the mask. So there's no triple thick on there.
And if you put it on immediately after spraying it, it helps with removing excessive eyebrows, and you get a really good buzz.
Well, I didn't try it out until just before when I tried it with you guys right before the stream was the first time I actually tried it on. I was hoping that it wasn't going to come apart because of the elastic, but you can see that I can pull pretty hard on this and nothing happens. It's actually a pretty thick paper. So with that little spray, it's well, I can't think of it.
Yeah, it reminds you more of a cardstock.
Yeah.
Like
it's like a thick cardstock. I put a piece of this on the laser right before the stream. Let me see if I can switch over to that camera. And the lights are out. Let me turn the laser on. So if it gets out of the way, nope, it's in the home position. Let me move it out of the way real quick. You'll be able to, you should be able to see that paper on the laser. The only thing that you do have to do is you do have to tape it down because it tends to curl up with any humidity. So you can see I've got 3 pieces of tape on there, but I'm going to actually run this job of that pumpkin mask tonight while we're on the live stream, and you guys can see firsthand. And I've also got behind me over there, I've got a ghost printing, and it's almost done. It should be done in not too much more time, maybe another 30 minutes or so. And that ghost is there's a hole in the bottom for a tea light. So you put the tea light down, you put the ghost over it, and it flickers, and it looks like a scary ghost. So I've got that working in the background right there. and hopefully we'll get a chance to see how that comes out. As long as it prints well, there's a lot of big openings. It looks like the first opening printed fine, so it should be okay. But that's what I've been up to this week, mainly just trying to clean up from this flood. And fortunately, I don't have anything on the floor. I did find something out this week, though. So for the last couple of years, people have been having problems with their diode lasers losing the connection to the actual laser machine. And then they can't get the COM port back up again. And I actually went through this myself a day ago after I got everything cleared out and dried up. The humidity in here was super high. I had the doors open, fans on to try and dry out the carpets on the floor. And I couldn't get the laser to connect because I was making some more of these masks, or I wanted to. And I went through 5 cables that I know are good cables that were here in the shop. And I said, you know what? I know this is it's not a laser machine, a machine problem. It's not a computer problem. I know it's a cable problem. And I've gone through all the cables that I have. So I went in the house and I got my extension cable that's in my bedroom that extends the power from the wall outlet to my nightstand. And I brought that out here, plugged it up, and bam, just connected right away. So that problem is a humidity problem, I think. I'm almost positive, because there's no way that I could go through the 5 or 6 cables that I've got here in the shop and them not work, and then all of a sudden go get a cable from the house and it works perfectly first try. So I think that the problem that people are having, even though buying a new cable solves the problem, I think it's a humidity problem. So I just wanted to mention that while we're not on the subject, but while it's in my mind, because so many people have been having this problem for the last couple of years, and every time they ask me for help, I say I can't help you because you just need to buy a new USB cable, and when they eventually buy a new cable, it starts working again. So I really think that this is a humidity problem. None of those cables got wet, but they were out here in the humidity.
Now, the one thing that you mentioned earlier that I found interesting was that you didn't think that even drying them out helped. You just needed to get another cable.
No, because they were dry to begin with. And then I took my heat gun and I figured that this is the issue. So I'm going to take my heat gun and dry one of them out. And I dried out the contacts, carefully on both ends for a good 5 minutes. I had them under the heat gun, and that did nothing at all. I don't know. I think maybe the humidity just ruins the contacts somehow. We'll find out in the coming weeks, and see if these cables start to work again, I guess on their own as the humidity comes down in here. Because like I said, I've had the doors open for 2 days with the fans going. So the outside humidity has gotten in here, and the AC just went back on today. So things are just starting to cool down in here.
Whoever is like number 75 will win a prize. The prize will be that you were like number 75. So thanks. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So for those of you that stick around till the end, we're not going to be doing a long stream tonight. We're going to stick to our 90-minute format. Those of you that stick around to the end, we are going to have some giveaways. I am going to give away one of my cake toppers. Let me switch over to that camera real quick. So if you remember from last week, I did this Halloween cake topper of the haunted house out of acrylic. So I'm going to be giving away one of those. And Patrick is giving away what?
Oh, yawns. They're free. I am doing a little sticker pack. All right. So I have my Burn to Learn stickers here. Oh, too much light. There we go. And I have some Light Source Engraving stickers.
Nice.
And then
Are they stickers or magnets or?
They're stickers.
The stickers, okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to include some of my stainless business cards, one in
Nice.
each envelope as well.
So how many altogether? How many sets altogether?
I have 5 sets. 5
Okay.
sets.
Cool. So we're gonna have
lucky people out there.
cool. So we're gonna have 6 drawings, and if you guys are interested, say so in the comments. Bob, you can't say I want it yet because it doesn't count. Army Dogs Creation, cut that out. We'll let you know when we start the I want it's. But I think if you guys are interested in getting a couple of masks, I can do 2 or 3 masks as well. And we can bring that number up to, say, 7 or 8 giveaways today. So let us know in the comments if you're interested in the masks. I'm definitely going to do one of the cake toppers. And I'll do, let's say, 2 of the masks if you guys are interested. HTL says, Holster says, he don't want it.
I don't want it.
Okay. All right. So with that said, I think that I am ready to get started. So I am going to switch over to the Lasermatic 20. Oh, don't forget, folks, we have the giveaway for the Lasermatic 20 that's going on. Let me see if I can find that banner. Hang on one second.
And guys, if you have questions, if you're a regular, you already know this, but if you got a question, if you'll precede your question with the question mark, that will jump out at me, and I'll try and make sure we get to all the questions tonight before we get out of here. Question mark, and then your question.
Yeah. So there is the banner is up now. So if you want to get one of these Lasermatic 20s, we have the raffle running right now. It is live. All you have to do is go to lahobbyguy.com/lasermatic20, as you see on the bottom of the screen there. Now, this job that I'm about to run on the Lasermatic, let me look at the properties on the cuts and layers. I don't have it loaded, so let me load the file real quick. Recent projects, there we go. So this file is at the engraving to take off the black is at 12,000 millimeters per minute and 15% power. And the cut is at 1,800 millimeters per minute and 40% power. And I probably could go faster than that, but I'm going to leave it alone because I've done this successfully with those settings. So let me see if my laser is set up here. It looks like it is set up. And pretty sure it's connected. Yeah, because it homed. So now I can just come to the laser and hit start. And hopefully there it goes. So that's starting that job. So while that job is running, I also have that 3D print running in the background. And it is getting pretty close to the top. I see the eyes and the nose are already done. So we're getting pretty close to the top on that. I will be taking one of my tea lights and dropping it. If all works out well, I'm not really great at 3D printing. So if this all works out well, hopefully we'll have a ghost to display in a little while as well.
All right.
And I'll be right back.
Well, before you go, Patrick, I'm going back up to the top here, and one of the comments was about your engraving the skulls. Are you still there? Patrick's gone. We'll come back to that. All right. Let's see here.
Steve, real quickly, I just want to grab one.
Yeah.
Kate, Leo has been on like a convention. So if you have any problems with your machine or a question that you have, if you go to their Facebook group, facebook.com/group/ I don't know what it is. Search for Rolly Automation. The questions will be there is somebody on call there that's answering questions like 10 hours a day. So has anyone had trouble with the firmware on the Lasermatic 10? What firmware problem are you having? I don't know what in the last 1.5 years. I haven't heard of a firmware issue at all. So if you can say what the problem is, that might help. And Russ is asking what 3D printer. It is the AnchorMake MK5C. And Steve was asking earlier, I'll answer that question before it comes up. How fast is it printing? It is right now printing at, I believe it's at either 250 or 300 millimeters per second. It's printing this file. The first layers were 200. The base layer was 250, and I believe this one is maybe 300 millimeters per second for the rest.
I have a video that will be coming out on the scratch paper.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have that out very soon. But if people start to attempt the scratch paper and you see where the laser's engraving little, almost looks like tide ripples, but you see little black marks, and it's or like a conch shell where it's growing layers. That's where it's actually too much power and it's starting to melt the plastic. There's a plastic underlay. So if you start to see that, either speed up or back off your power a little bit.
Yeah, I did a bunch of testing on this scratch paper that I'm running right now. And I noticed that it has different speed and power than the 5x7 that I normally order for my grandson. So this one is, I'm doing this one at 15% power and 12,000 millimeters per minute. And on the 5x8 scratch paper that I ran that one at 12,000 millimeters per minute and 11% power. So depending on, I guess, who the manufacturer is, will determine what you still have to run a material test to find out.
I ended up running with the 10-watt Lasermatic, 20,000 speed and about, I think it was 22% power.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that turns out pretty well.
Yeah, I am running this on the 20 watt, so it's going to be quite a bit less.
Yep.
All right, Patrick, going back up to the top of their comments, when you were talking about your skulls earlier, someone had commented, and I was curious about this as well, having only worked with leather, how bad did it stink engraving those skulls? Did those...
Well,
that's got to stink.
Leather is awful. Leather is awful because it's burning hair. Yep. But bone, though...
Let me tell you. You see that big centrifugal fan right there?
Yeah.
That's an 8-inch, and it moves a ton of air. So,
okay. All right, for us that
luckily,
don't have...
by having adequate ventilation, I didn't really smell too much. If your ventilation is not adequate, or you happen to forget to turn it on when you first start your engrave, you're going to have flashbacks of sitting in the dental chair getting fillings done.
Oh, okay.
That's what it smells like. It's
okay.
It smells like you're getting your teeth ground.
All right.
But yeah.
So it's not as obnoxious then as doing leather. It's different.
No.
It's different, but not nearly as obnoxious.
Smell, but everybody knows the smell you get when you have a filling, if you've had a filling. And that is the smell that burning bone produces.
And while we're talking about teeth, did you know that your teeth are the only part of your skeleton that you clean? Fun fact. Also, if you want another fun fact, there's only one place on the human body that a person can tickle themselves. Did you guys know that?
Does it involve
your mouth? Let's see who knows this in the comments.
Does it involve a laser?
Yeah, well, you can do it with the laser, yeah. But if you know the answer to this, put it in the comments. Where on the human body can one tickle themselves? There's only one place.
Hey, please keep it PG.
No, it's not in that place.
I was already going to make an inappropriate comment when it came to
Jack got it.
The skeleton.
So Jack got it right here.
Roof of mouth. I don't know if you guys heard me say that. I did say it.
Yep, roof of the mouth with your tongue is the only place that you can tickle yourself. Thank you, Jack. Most people, I've never heard anybody answer that question before. Jack just looked that up. He went straight to Google.
Everybody's licking the roof of their mouth right now.
Or he might have heard me say it, but I just mumbled
If you're
it
licking
under
the
my
roof
breath.
of your mouth right now, put it in the comments.
Everybody just did it. Every single person just did that. All right. So Doug E suggested on the gumball mason jar. I thought about that, Doug, but the problem I had with that is the hole, even the small mini jars, the hole's too big. You got to get it reduced down to that gumball size eventually. So, but the bottlenecking is the problem. So a larger mouth is what I found that is working. I've just got to
maybe he means drill it out to the size of the gumball, the cover.
Yeah, but it's still that would be flat with just a hole. You've got to have some taper to have them continue to want to funnel in, but you can't have them funneling into a bottleneck. So
can you drill the mason jar?
Some people are manning or ladying up here and saying that they did that with their tongue.
Yeah, I'm thinking Steve should just drill out the mason jar.
He's saying it needs to be tapered.
Yeah, a very slight taper, not much. A largemouth bottle like the U.
Yeah, use one of those step bits. That's it.
Yeah. But I'm getting there. But I just wanted to address the mason jar. I looked at it, thought about it. There were some hiccups with that too. And I'm just starting at the top and going down. Quick comments. Tara, thank you for the comment on the tree. That tree artwork is on my channel, Hobo with Wood on YouTube, and I gave away that file and a demonstration on how to use it on my channel as well today. And yeah, HTL mentions you guys please hit that like button. That helps us out a lot.
Okay, the problem, Mike, is that Steve doesn't have a 3D printer. He's trying to get one right now.
Yeah, I got a large mouth, but I don't have a printer.
And we're at 71 likes out of how many watching right now?
Okay, I must have missed that
133.
Part. What are the likes for?
Just thumbs up on the video.
Yeah, just
I was hoping we could get to at least halfway point, and we did. We made it.
Oh, we should
Number
be at
75. Who's 75?
Wait a minute. Who hasn't liked the live stream? We
got
about
half the people watching.
All right, we're gonna start booting.
Now we're up to 87. Oh yeah. Landry Woodworks, you win the prize for being number 75. Awesome.
Carl, I hope you've got video by now. I hope.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. That's definitely a problem on the user end because we all have video, and so do all the rest of the people here. I am hoping that this USB cable that I went and got doesn't stop in the middle of the job, since I now know what the problem is.
All right. So Lewis is asking he says he'd like to see if you can engrave on canvas. Now, I have seen a demonstration where someone engraved on denim, and that was cool. That looked really nice. Has anybody done any canvas or denim? Or
yeah, I've done a bunch of canvas.
Yep, you can do canvas.
Yeah. The best thing with canvas is just to spray paint it. You got to spray paint it first.
You can do burlap, and you can do the grass like welcome mats.
Yep. Well,
all kinds of stuff.
I had a problem with burlap. I can tell you that right now. In fact, I got some bags from the company that we don't mention. They just sent me a box of burlap bags.
That was probably the problem with the bags. Yeah,
no matter what setting I used, I did a bunch of material tests on it. The burlap just disintegrated within, as soon as you started to fold it. Okay, so for the suggestions down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see if you have a suggestion for something, better than telling us live, because we won't remember. If you send your idea, we'll create it on the live stream if we use it. You have to send the idea to thelasermakersrealm@gmail.com, I think it is.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, lasermakersrealm@gmail.com. Don't send it to the Q&A from the website or anyplace else. The lasermakersrealm@gmail.com. That goes directly to both Patrick and Steve. They're the ones that will decide on what projects we're going to make.
And a little qualifier there, Rich, that you brought up, because Brandon was the one who suggested the idea of a gumball machine.
Uh-huh.
And the logistics and the expense and making one of those and shipping one of those out will get a little bit pricey. So
yeah,
within reason, we'll make and ship you that out.
Right. So I also got another idea from somebody who did send an email to QA at the Laser Makers Realm. And I'm going to go look. You guys can talk in the meanwhile, because I have to go load the library that I did for that idea.
All right. So Carl mentioned that he was recovering from COVID. And Carl, I hope you do well. And I hate that you're going through that. It's a mess. We won't get into politics about it, but I tell you, I got it. Fortunately for me, the worst thing that happened, I had no appetite, and it screwed up my taste for almost 3 months. Nothing tasted right. So hopefully you're not having any major issues, and you're going to recover and be just fine.
Okay, that didn't load.
All right, and Kate, the plastic that Rich used on that nameplate, Romark, is one of the brands.
Romark Laser Max.
Yep.
ROWMARK, Romark. And actually, Patrick, there you go. Patrick answered it right there, Romark. And Kate said, thank you.
And then there's another one. I'll show you this one. It's called Duets. It's made by Gemini.
Yeah.
So you can also look for Duets by Gemini as well.
Yeah, there's a few different brands out there.
Okay, so I got a suggestion in the QA mailbox that this is something that I actually regularly do. So maybe we'll do this. Let me share my screen real quick. Let's see.
See, I have, he's sharing his screen. If you can see that, these are just little name tag blanks that I make out of the Duets by Gemini. And then
we'll come right back to that, Patrick. So this is my screen, and someone sent me a suggestion that they wanted to do tiles. And several tiles. Now what I've got here is just 4 tiles, and all I did was take a picture and cut it into 4 pieces. So I cut shapes. So now I have 4 pieces, and I'm going to do this on wood, and I've already got this set up, as you can see, for the laser. So this I'm going to do on 4 8x12 pieces of wood, and it's Ben Franklin, and then you can hang this up on the wall. You can put it on another piece of wood. You can push them together so that you don't see the seams, and have something that's 24 inches, by 16. So this is the project. They wanted it done on tiles. You can do this yourself. You can cut it into as many pieces as you want, or you can just go to okay, you ready for this one? A website called Rastabator. And if you go to rastabator.com, you can upload your own image there, and it will slice it for you based on the properties that you put into the engine. And you can get up to 12, 14, 20, 50 tiles if you wanted to, and it would slice all the pieces that you want into a PDF of multiple pages. And then what you do with PDFs that are more than one page is you import the file into Lightburn, and then Lightburn will ask you, this is a PDF, what page would you like to load? So it'll already have page 1 selected. You just say, okay, that brings in page 1, then you import again, and then you pull the drop-down menu, page 2, page 3, and so on. You bring all the pieces in, line them all up off your work bed, and then one at a time you burn them. So that was a suggestion for a live stream. and I'm going to talk it over with. I haven't talked to Patrick and Steve yet about us doing it in another live stream. Patrick doesn't want to. Why?
Just because
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that.
I like to be difficult.
We'll talk about that off camera. But I think it's a great project. I've done a few of them already. I did one for somebody that was on cardstock, I guess about a year ago. And let's see, it was for their kitchen. It was 8 feet wide by 7 feet tall. And it was in an apartment complex. And he used glue stick like this to stick them up to the wall. And it looks like it's all one painting. So in black and white. And I did that on the laser. It looks really cool. So that's an entire wall where his little kitchen table is in his apartment. And it came out very, very cool.
All right. Chicago Bob's got a quick question. Can a project be stained after sections have been painted, or will it cover up the painted area? Well, I would think it would have some effect on the paint.
I don't think it would. Once the paint is dried, it's not going to do anything at all. I don't think.
You don't think it'd have some discoloration?
I don't
think I don't think it would take the actual full color, and it also probably depend a lot on what you're actually using.
Depend on how much solid pigment is in the stain as to what color it's going to leave behind on the paint, and then what color paint you have.
Just quickly, you can see the cut going on the Lasermatic 20 right now.
Just like any of the other materials we talk about with lasers, test. That's the only way you'll know. And in two, it's like the one thing that I learned, and I knew this, and I failed to think about it when I did the Tree of Life. After I engraved that, I went back in and paint filled that, and I should have sealed it first before doing the paint fill. And I didn't, and it caused a little bit of bleed through the wood grains of the really open padoot there. So, depending on the material you're using, test.
Test your, what is it?
Huh?
Okay, so we're done with the.
Hold on,
the
I was just.
Let me switch back to the camera. The mask is finished. I've got the two little, I can't see, it's dark in here. The two little holes to pop out.
There's a saying, it's like test your finish on scrap so you don't have to scrap your finished product.
Yeah, exactly. So let me show you the results of this.
Hey, that looks like the one you were wearing earlier.
It's exactly the same file. So this is the same file as the one that I did earlier, side by side.
Nice.
The only difference is the one that I had on earlier had a finish on the back, but there is the final product. I really love the way this comes out. I think it comes out really cool.
I like it too. And what we talked about before we went live is what that scratch paper would be great for, especially where you're at. Forget Halloween. That even looked great for Mardi Gras mask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know,
yeah.
That all that color looks good.
If you triple thick glaze the front to the scratch paper with the triple thick, it makes the black dark and looks outstanding. And
I haven't thought about using the triple thick.
But you use it on the front and just compare.
Okay. So I've got that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 11 of these masks done. I haven't actually done them, tested them all yet, but I've got 11 of them designed. I've got a cat with a Halloween hat on. I've got a skull face with a Halloween hat on. I've got just a cat face. I've got the bat. I've got a spider, a pumpkin with a hat, an owl, another bat with wings open, like a Spider-Man kind of mask, and one like a devil mask. So I've got all of those that I'll be sharing these files tomorrow, not today, because if I can't share them today because I haven't cut them all. So I want to make sure that I prototype every one before I actually give the files away to make sure that they work. Plus, I've got a new Halloween file that I'm not going to talk about yet. Just finished it today. Actually, I finished it yesterday on my recliner in the house. And it is a 5-layer Halloween file that I'm going to be putting on my store, engravingcutfiles.com. That should be up maybe tomorrow. But look tomorrow on thelasermakersrealm.com, and you'll find the download for these masks on there. And I think I'm also going to include the download for the acrylic, the cake topper, because this seems to be very popular. So I'm going to include this cake topper and all of the masks for free download. And I think that's going to be, I think I'm going to do that free download only for a week. I'm sort of like of the feeling that when we give away free files, they shouldn't be forever for people that watch the video a year from now. It should just be for you guys that are joining us.
I do mine, Rich, for the live stream and for 24 hours, because for those on the other side of the world who aren't going to stay up and watch us live, I don't want to penalize them and not give it to them. So I give it for 24 hours, and then it's no longer free.
Okay. Army Dogs is asking, when are we going to do I Want It?
And
we're getting close.
real quick, I just want to address this because he purchased some files today. Mike, I actually already emailed you from hobowithwood.com with all of the files that you purchased. So check your inbox, your spam box, whatever, because I've already sent those to you again. If you still don't have those, then there's something going on with your emails. I'll resend them a third time. I'll be happy to. I'm more than happy to, but I have already sent those out to you. You might, and actually email me at hobowithwood.com your correct email, because the email I'm sending it to is the email that you registered with. And Rich, I tell you what, and I have that's the one thing I didn't talk about what I've been doing this week. You and I helped me a lot with my website. And I was wondering why I wasn't getting any reviews on people's purchasing. And you said, hey, they got to have an account. Yeah. Well, we set that up. And guess what I did all week last week? Nothing but answer questions and problems. People could not get logged in. They forgot their password. They put in the wrong email address. It was, I kid you not, it was nonstop for 4 days. I actually had to go back to the website and turn that off because it created too much problems.
Yeah.
So Mike, I may have the wrong email because it was the wrong email that was put in whenever you set up the account. Email me, hobowithwood@gmail.com, your correct email, and I will send those files yet again. I'm happy.
And I think that I had a similar problem, and I turned off my reviews. I don't remember. It was a year ago, so I don't remember what it was, but people were asking all kinds of questions. But what I did was I changed my files. So now I include a README file that has all of the frequently asked questions. So it answers everything that, I'll send you a copy of that file, Steve.
Well, my problem was they couldn't get logged back in again. It wasn't a problem with the files. They just, once they created their account, they couldn't get back in to get their files. So it was, I just said, the heck with it, scrapped it.
Okay. We are ready for the, I Want It. We've already got 4 entries, so people are doing it somehow.
And go. Hashtag I Want It.
Hashtag I Want It. And I'm
all one word.
I'm going to put that in the comments, and if we win, then we'll just disregard it. But I just put it in the comments. It has to be exactly like that. Hashtag I Want It. No spaces.
All right, so Rich, this is addressed to you, sir. So how did you make the laser jog to the back so quick?
Using the map icon in Lightburn. You click on the map icon, and then you click anywhere on the workbed, and it'll move to wherever it is that you click.
Or is he talking about after the job using the finished position?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the finished position. So if in your device settings, if you go to set finish position, You can put where you want it to go. I have mine go way to the back corner, out of my way, so that I can get to my material. And you just put in the coordinates where you want it to go. Top right corner. And the speed is pretty much whatever speed you have set on the move tab. So
is it for your move tab or your white space, or are those the same?
Move tab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jack Sandstra will be asking you if there will be a file available for the card holder. Is that
the business card holder?
Will that be on your cut files, or cut and engrave files?
Let me write it down. I'll keep it in the. I'll put it in the. I'll put it in the zip file for the download.
There
Can
you go.
everybody see that where I have return to finished position right there?
No, can you make your screen bigger? I still don't know how to do that.
All right, business card holder. I'll do it. Go ahead, Patrick.
Okay. Let me get back to my mouse pointer. So you select your device, head to your wrench and screwdriver icon, and then right here you will see return to finished position, and then you can make that whatever position you want.
Yep.
So Y0X400 is my front right corner.
Yep, and that's that's something I suggest to anybody that's new. Always set your finished position, because you don't want the laser head to be directly over the material, or the gantry to be in your way.
Don't wait, Patrick. Go back to that. And to be more specific, her question was, I think it was her, was how did you do it so fast?
On the move tab. Yeah, show them the move tab, Patrick.
Okay, let me clear that off.
You set the speed that you want it to travel on the move tab.
Then here's your move tab right there.
And it's right there in the middle center.
Or middle right. Yeah.
Middle right. I'm sorry. Middle right.
Right here's your speed.
Yeah. So you want to set that speed to whatever your laser is capable of. I think I have mine set to 10,000 millimeters per minute, something
Then
like
you
that.
can change how far there. So if you want it to, every time you hit one of these buttons, like here and here.
Yeah.
That's how far it's going to go.
But it's also your framing speed too, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's all of the speeds of the laser, except for the homing speed, is right there. Whatever you set that to, that's how your laser will travel.
I don't know that that's true, Rich, because my Lasermatic does like yours. When my job finishes, it takes off like a bat out of hell to get to that corner, but my framing is not moving very fast.
Yeah, I asked Leo to set the finish position in the LB set file. So when you import that file of all of the settings for the Lasermatic, it automatically sets it up to travel to the top right corner after a job.
I'm talking about the speed though. My end speed takes off, but my framing speed is not as fast. They are different. So I'm wondering if it's the white space speed that makes it take off so fast.
Oh, it could be. I don't know. Double click it, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm double clicking it. Sometimes it just doesn't want to pop back into place.
Are you on a laptop? Patrick's on a laptop,
Nope.
I guarantee you. No?
No,
Well, then you have a small screen.
not that small.
All right.
Make that window smaller. Shrink that window down. Now try and do it. Let it go right in the middle. Double click. Put the title bars on top of each other and double click it. No?
Nope, still is a little too.
You're stuck.
I'll try it on the other screen. Let's see. Let's just go to edit, machine settings. Bring this over here. Homing cycle is on. So there's the home speed.
Yeah.
Set right there.
Yeah, I would suggest that you don't really change anything in the machine settings, but if you're not happy with the homing speed, you can increase it. Just don't make it too high where it slams into the limit switch.
Well, yeah, and then if there is something in the way, you don't want it to slam into it. So at least for that additional homing, slower.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I have mine moved to the top right.
All right, so this is a question. You guys are great. You guys are great.
I saw that one.
Let's see here. Rich, let's see, sent you a message. Oh, you already got that one. You already got that one. You already got that one.
So Landry Woodworks was asking about the code for changing the homing speed. It's not a code. You'd have to go into the machine settings and change it like Patrick just did. But don't change that too high. I've got mine set to 2,500, and I think that's a good speed.
I don't understand or recognize these letters, so you'll have to. Rich, can you use Lightburn with the B5D?
I don't know what B5D is.
Okay, you don't know it either. All right, Tony.
Oh, I can say that. One of the staff on the Lightburn forum answered a question and said, because this is such a big secret, I guess it's not a secret anymore. He answered someone's question about CNC support, and he answered it by saying, wait until October 27th when we'll be announcing it. So now that they've officially said it, I know I yelled at Patrick about it on the last live stream, not to say anything, but now that a staff member has actually answered that someone's question saying that they are going to be supporting it, yes, they will be announcing support for CNC machines, if that's what that is, on October 27th. And
it's official. I'm actually on the schedule now to be speaking at LBX.
Look at my my 3D printer right now. Hang on. Look at that. Right, I'm right up at the end. It's just finishing up. It's smoothing the top off. So we're almost ready to display this guy. Sorry, Patrick. That's exciting when you see a 3D print that you've never done before actually work. And there it is. It's finished. All right, let me get my tea light. There is the beep. Now, hopefully I can get this off of here without breaking it. You're supposed to wait until it cools off.
Here, I'm going to scroll down the LBX speaker schedule. Saturday at 4 p.m.
Now,
I'll
hopefully
be covering 3D laser engraving. So using Lightburn 3D slice for coins and anything else that you want to 3D engrave.
Okay, hot off the printer. There it is.
How tall is he?
I don't remember. That's
Be about 6 inches,
looks like about 6.
just based on the.
He is 6.5 inches tall.
And how long was your total time on that one?
Well, I don't know, Steve. I started the job right before I came into the meeting, so it's been an hour. We've been live for an hour and 10 minutes, and I guess it was 20 minutes before that.
Yeah, and I knew that, but I was posing questions that people might be posing.
Yeah. I had just started the job, so it's about an hour and 20 minutes or hour and 25 minutes total. But it does have a thick base. So there is my ghost, my little ghost. I love it. Came out perfect. I was worried about the eyes and the nose not coming out well, but it came out good.
And just want to acknowledge that I'm acknowledging the question. And Tara, Tara said, make a small bowl like you showed earlier that would fit in the ring of the jar. I don't quite fully follow what you're suggesting.
The bowl that you made out of wood, make a little one to fit inside the rim of the jar for the gumball machine.
Has a lot of work to do. Yeah, those were a tremendous amount of work. if because I'm sure she's not talking about those. There's not bowls, but the actual bowler, that thing, that's a tremendous amount of work. I wouldn't want to waste my time doing that. I've got something worked out. Patreon.com/Hobo with Wood, and you see what I got going on there.
By the way, if any of you guys want to support us, all the support information is down, scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. So it has our Patreon accounts, has our YouTube accounts. All that stuff is down at the bottom of the screen.
All right.
I love my Ghost. I think it came out great. I think I'm going to do a couple more for the dining room table. By the way, if you folks buy these tea lights, they claim that it's 100. They last for 160 hours. I did a test the first day that I got them a couple of weeks ago, and I think I got maybe close to 40 hours out of that first one. So it's coming with China batteries, and I haven't changed it to a decent battery yet. I haven't tested one with a regular battery, but hopefully it'll be closer to 80 or so.
Move your mouse pointer to where you're zooming.
What?
Yeah, I just saw a question from B, and I'm just going to show him real quick. He asked about zooming in Lightburn. So I'm going to pull up Lightburn real quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you move your mouse pointer to where you want. Use your wheel.
So if I want to zoom over here, that's where my mouse pointer is. If I want to zoom to the center, I just put the mouse pointer there. So wherever your pointer is, whether you're using a trackball or whatever, that's where it's going to zoom to. So you want to zoom down here.
If you don't have a roller on the top, a third button that you can roll to zoom in and out, the zoom icons are up at the top of the screen.
And guys, for the first 4 or 5 months, I was using Lightburn on my laptop, and I was using that stupid touchpad mouse. Rich told me, stop, go get you a mouse, and he even threatened to buy me one. But that'd be the best investment you can make of yourself. Tell you what.
Yeah, having a regular mouse is, with that little scroll wheel on top is really essential for using Lightburn.
Mm-hmm. And I like that scroll wheel up on top instead of that stupid trackball, because now I can move this anywhere I want to, and I don't have to worry about it getting all messed up. I like that.
Yeah,
like we talked, I'll carry that to the laser and move it with me. It's not stuck at the computer.
All right, let's go to the Q&A. So far, we've got 62 entries in the I Want It. So if you guys want to enter for a chance to win some swag from Patrick, or which he's given away 5 different packs of that, or nobody has said if they want the masks or not. So in the comments, if you guys want one of the masks that I made, just put it in the comments and I'll do a drawing for it. But if not, then I won't. Either way, I'm going to do a drawing for one of the cake toppers, though. One of the acrylic cake toppers.
I wonder if anybody here in the comments that won the little lapel pins for me last stream that I sent out. If so, leave a comment if you liked them or not. I don't know if I've heard from anybody.
Kate commented that she liked the tree. If you didn't hear me earlier, Kate, my channel, I dropped the video today, Hobo with Wood on YouTube. I dropped a channel with that free artwork and how to use that to make that exact tree.
Okay, we have a couple people that want the mask, so
yep,
I'll go ahead and I'll do, I guess, 2 masks.
All right, Dale Dubs, he's getting to be a regular viewer and contributor. Question about your CFMs there: a 200 CFM fan and a 4-inch duct, enough to clear the smoke?
Yes,
that is sufficient.
So if you want to go just a little bit further with that, you're not going to get 200 CFMs out of a 200 CFM extractor or exhaust if you're using flexible ducting. So that's the first thing you want to eliminate from the equation is the flexible ducting, as much of it as possible. Try and use like PVC ducting or something like that, or sheet metal ducting, to at least the point of where the laser connection is, and try and keep your turns down to a minimum. So my biggest problem is I use the flexible ducting. I know I'm cutting my power probably in half by doing that, but eventually I'm going to get some sheet metal ducting in here and have it go straight to the exhaust fan that goes straight to the outside, and have only one turn behind where the laser is. So whatever exhaust you're using, you're going to cut those CFMs dramatically if you're using the ribbed flexible ducting, because
the reason
cause resistance as well.
I was just going to say, the reason I answered yes is most dryers that are in our homes normally run 120 to 150 CFM, and it's adequate to pull all that humidity out. So
yeah,
it should be 200 CFM should be adequate for your one laser.
Oh yeah. It should be, but you're not. All I'm saying is you're not going to get that 200 CFM if you're using flexible ducting.
Right.
All of those ribs in there cause resistance points, so you're better off with PVC or sheet metal or something like that. Even though I don't have it, I'm using the flexible hose. I don't know how much it cuts it down, but I've heard people say that it can cut it down to almost half of the actual CFMs.
Yeah, if you can put runs of straight pipe, like 4-inch, even 4-inch sewer pipe, and use that as much as possible, that'll help you out tremendously.
All right, here's a toughie, and I think that we should yield to the senior member of the group for this answer. Adam wants to know how to stay motivated when life keeps getting in your way, asking for a friend.
Oh, Lord.
I need the answer to that one, too.
Yeah, I need the answer to that one.
We all could use that one. I didn't know if anybody had any gold.
I would personally say to stay involved with little ones if you can. So if you've got some little ones around, like grandchildren or children that are like under the age of 9 or 10, they can be very motivating, just because they're so appreciative of anything, even giving them a piece of scratch paper. I should have brought out the last 4 scratches that my grandson just did for me, but it's so nice to make them happy, and I think it stimulates the whatever endorphins or whatever in the brain when you see them happy. So I find that doing for other people
and that's exactly that's what I was going to say. Is I don't have little ones running around, but just doing for others in general, that does seem to help. So
let's see where we're at. We are at 1 hour and 18 minutes. We have what do we have? 20 minutes left in the stream. We have 69 entries in the drawing, and we have 138 people watching. So if the hashtag I want it, if you want to get in on the drawing, we're going to be doing 5, 6, 7 drawings tonight. And I don't know, should I
if you guys have Lasermatic questions, go to the Lasermatic Facebook group.
Yeah.
And a lot of those questions are answered within that group already. I'm going to drop the link in chat. And I just want to say a lot of the problems that people are having are user errors. So, which happens with any machine that you have.
But yeah, I think Leo posted on here dates and prices on the Facebook channel.
Yeah.
For the Lasermatic 20. That's what
the Lasermatic 20 is going to be launched in an exclusive pre-order on the 27th, I believe it is, and it's going to be only for the first 100 are going to be only for people that own a Lasermatic 10. So
Carl says the Lasermatic 20 giveaway site will not allow you to go to Twitter and
it allows you to tweet. We've had, hang on a second. Tweets, 2,700 tweets since the beginning of the contest. So if you're not logged into Twitter, it won't allow you to do it.
There's one of the things that's been posted in that Facebook group. So there's your pre-order dates, deliveries, prices.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to call Leo because I'm not sure about the 30 watt. I don't know if I even want to recommend that unless it is like the 20 watt where you can switch it from 20 to 10 with a little switch on the side. So I'm not sure. I think the 30 watt's going to be just 30 watts.
No.
No.
Here, let me bring that back up there.
Oh.
It says 30 and 10.
Oh, okay, good. So it's going to have the switch on it. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. I'm very happy with the 20 watt. I can tell you that much.
Yep. So 30 and 10, that'll be spectacular.
Dual mode, yes, 30 and 10. Okay, good. Cool. September 14th will be the pre-order, and mid-October is when they'll be for sale for the regular public. But the first 200, the first 100 I know are going on pre-order sale on September 17th, I think it is. And then the second 100 are going up at September 27th only for Lasermatic owners. And then in October will be the actual ordering process where you can just buy it on Amazon.
And that new cabling assembly should be available. It was supposed to go on sale yesterday.
Yeah. So if there were a few machines that had some problems with the wiring, and they've made a new they've gotten a new wiring harness that's enclosed now. You can buy that on the Rolly Automation website for $1, and that includes shipping, just so that they can take an order. That's why it's $1. But if you do that, they'll send you out a whole new cable system for the Lasermatic 10 if you're having problems. There was a batch that had wires that frayed, I guess, with movement. There's not many of them, but there it is. Yep. Yeah, that's $1 for the new cables.
Yep.
But you have to obviously be a Lasermatic 10 owner.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you wouldn't need that.
Yeah.
Jeff,
my Lasermatic 10 has probably close to 600 or 700 hours on it, and it still runs perfect. I've never had a single issue with it. So, and I'm really glad that I took care of I figured out what the issue was with the USB cable as well. Let me get to a couple of these real quick. So, Terry Lee Bailey, thank you so much for the support. Donated $20. And Tom Crowley, Tom Cowley donated $20. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Your donations, there's a little $sign below the comments if you want to send a donation that pays for all the supplies that we do here for Steve and Patrick, and it allows us to make more of these videos.
Man, I tell you, I got an email this week that made me sick. I was so sick. I didn't realize. I got an email from Amazon that showed my recap from last month.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing I bought on Amazon last month was just supplies for this stupid channel and all of my laser making. You want to guess at what my expenditures were on for just at Amazon, not counting Hobby Lobby and everywhere else?
I'm going to guess over $1,000.
It was $1,100.
Yeah, that's easy to do.
I had not seen that in a lump. Oh God, that hurt. So thank you for your support, people. Thank you.
Yeah, I knew what it would be because I spend about $15,000 a year on supplies. So, and I'm not even mass producing anything anymore. The other shop does.
I'm not either. I'm not doing anything. I'm just designing these files and giving them away. A lot of them. Right,
so
Jeff,
I saw a couple people were liking the ghost that I did.
Well, and that's what I was going to. Jeff Teeter asked, "Can we get the file for the 3D ghost? Is that somewhere on a shareable somewhere?"
Yeah, I got that from. It's a free file and it's available on Printables. So printables.com. If you search for ghost, I think I searched for Halloween on there, and I got that for free. My question I think I'm going to ask is, does anybody want me to do the drawing for the ghost that I just printed? Does anybody want it?
I want it.
No.
Hashtag I want it.
I'll show you real quickly what the bottom looks like. So can you see the bottom there?
Perfect size for a tea light. That's awesome.
Yep. It just sits right in just like that. And if you download the file, it comes with 3 files. So you have the big one, the large one that I've got there. And I'm pretty sure that they're scalable. So you could probably like print 150%, 125, whatever of the big one. I think I'm going to try, as soon as we get off the live stream, I'm going to print this one in 150% size. So that would be 9 inches, almost 10 inches tall.
And here's a question: how many times can they do the I want it?
Once.
That's why you can do it all you want, but it only counts one time.
Yeah, it only count one time.
So all the multiple entries are redundant. They don't help.
Okay, so if you guys want this 6 or a little over 6-inch version of the ghost with the tea light, say so in the comments, because we're about to go do the drawing, and I will give this one away as well.
All right, so this is an ongoing comment. Landry Woodwork says he likes using continuous jog. Do you know the code for changing the homing speed?
No, we already discussed that. That Patrick showed that. It's in the edit machine settings, and you'll see
that's the one you said you wouldn't change. Yeah, you said yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. I did change mine. I bumped it up by 1,000, but that's all. Let's see. I'm going down through the comments as well. Going back to the fan. Daniel is saying that he uses 1800 CFM fan, and his enclosure is very large. I have a 1400 in the other shop next door. I think it's 1400 CFMs. It's an actual air duct for an air conditioning unit. Ed says, who's considered the senior of the group? That's Steve.
Who do we message to give a suggestion for Lightburn? Lightburn forum?
The forum, or support at lightburnsoftware.com.
Yeah. I've always found that posting a question on the forum is the best way to go, because not only will you get the tech support from the techs there, but you'll also get user support, which usually sometimes answers the question even better. Let's see. Let me pop this one up. He's asking Chris Gallagher, does Lightburn play well with lasers that have the ESP32 web? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. Lots of lasers use the ESP32, so you don't. The Lightburn bridge, first off, they don't sell it anymore, as far as I know. But if you have the ESP web, you can use the web UI, which is just a web page. I did a couple of videos on that on my channel. Yeah, Bill, I got that email. Thank you for that. That's much appreciated, but it's not part of my medical plan. So I can't go into the city and change doctors. I've been with this doctor for 25 years, and they're very good. In fact, he's worked on people like Marcos, the president of the Philippines, and the president of Germany, and I don't know, the premier or something like that of the Netherlands, and movie stars. They even have a movie star suite, for the heart surgery there. So I'm pretty comfortable with them.
So Patrick, there's one reply on your pins. Matt said he got the pins and they're awesome.
Okay, cool.
And clarification, Rich, can you use Lightburn on a 3D printer?
No, they're not going to get into 3D printing. And he said that there are too many options for 3D printing right now that it's not a viable thing for them to get into. So they're not going to get into
Nobody's going to
3D printing.
pay for a slicer at this point.
Yeah. So I don't know if we acknowledged Tom. Yeah, we did. Tom Kelly, thank you for that $20.
You struggled with it last time.
Yeah. Let me get down to the bottom of the comments. Okay, we're getting toward the end of the stream. We're at 90 minutes right now. So I just want to take a quick look. Okay, I can't find the Ghost STL on Printables. Well, I'll go there right now. Printables.com and search. And I'll put in here Ghost. And let's see. Well, there's several of them here. I tell you what I'll do. I will put a text document in with the download with a link to the Ghost because I still have that open on my other computer.
Creations by Tommy says, what do you do to help keep business after the summer community markets are over? Start a YouTube channel. That'll keep you hopping.
Patrick, are you ready with the drum?
I can be. Let's see. All right.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for this first drawing, we're going to do Patrick's first. We'll do 5 drawings for Patrick. Is that right, Patrick? Did you say 5 or 4?
Yep, correct.
5. Okay, so now when we're finished with this, you guys have to actually email us at our email address. And with Patrick, it's going to be sales@lightsource.pro. And you have to put in there that you won the file on the live stream and you have to have your address in there. So you have to email us after to claim your prize. If you don't email us within a couple of days, well, then you don't get it. So here we go with the first one. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. No drum roll.
It's playing.
You got to raise the volume. All right, there we go. Late on the drum roll, but Chad Castle Woodworking is the first winner of Patrick's file. Okay, don't keep pressing the drum roll.
I didn't.
Oh, you have it on loop. Uncheck that box.
StreamYard's got a mind of its own. It's just going off of your previous settings, I think.
Yeah, just take the loop off. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right, so you got that written down. Chad Castle is number 1. Here we go with the second drawing. 3, 2, 1, go. And it's Jack Sandstra is winner number 2. That's a new name. I haven't heard that one before. Congratulations to Jack. You have that written down, Patrick?
Yep, I got it.
All right, here comes drawing number 3. 3, 2, 1, go. You like that new drum roll we have? There it is. Greg. Greg is winner number 3. Hertol. Greg Hertol.
Got it.
Congratulations to Greg. And here we go for winner number 4. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. 3,
Number
2,
4.
1, go. And winner number 4 is Gail P. Congratulations, Gail. Gail is a winner, another winner of the swag pack from Patrick.
Got it.
Okay, here we go with the last and final. Good luck, everybody. 3, 2, 1, go. No, that's the wrong one.
But it's appropriate.
Okay, so the winner is Ed C. is the final winner. Okay, so there's all 5 winners for Patrick. The next thing that we're going
I'm
to
sorry. I had to do it.
That's okay. All right, so the next one is going to be for the masks. So we're going to do the pumpkin masks. I think I'll do 2 of those. And I don't have any paper here. Yes, I do. Let me get my paper out because I want to write this down. Don't forget, you have to send an email to us with your name, address, and tell us that you won in the drawing. So the first drawing for the first mask, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. I have to get my pen too.
I think everybody got a laugh out of this spooky sound.
Landry Woodworks. Okay, let me write that down. Landry Woodworks. All right, that's winner number 1. I think I'll do 2 of these masks. So here we go with the next one. 3, 2, 1, go. Drum roll, please. Jeff Braddock is winner number 2. Let me write that down. Congratulations, Jeff. Okay, I've got him down. So these are for the masks. And now we're going to do a drawing for the cake topper, the acrylic cake topper. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Matthew Smith. Oh, we almost won that one. All right, Matthew, congratulations. Matthew Smith. You guys have to send an email to the lahobbyguy@gmail.com. Tell me that you won. Tell me what it was that you won, even though I'm writing it down, and include your address, and I will mail that out to you. And finally, I think we're going to do the ghost. What do you guys think? Yes?
A lot of people are wanting it.
Yep.
All right, let's do the ghost. All right, so for the 6-inch 3D printed ghost with the tea light, we're going to do the final drawing. 3, 2, 1, go. And it goes to James Schwegman. All right, that's a familiar name. We have a grocery store here called Schwegman's.
James owns them.
Okay,
Nice.
so that is it for the drawings. And congratulations to everybody that won tonight. I hope we had a good stream tonight. I will put together that zip file, and I'll put that zip file on thelasermakersrealm.com tomorrow. So don't look for it tonight. I am still cleaning up in here from the flood that we had. So I will put that up tomorrow, though. And you can download that from there. There'll be a zip file for the masks, for the cake topper, and I'll put a link in a text file for the STL file for the ghost. So, and that STL file has the big ghost and then 2 other sizes. But I'm guessing that you can probably scale them. I'm going to find out after the stream because I'm going to reload this project and scale it up to maybe 150.
And my baskets are now available for free download on hobowithwood.com. They will be free for 24 hours. The whole collection in one folder.
Okay, final minutes. We are 9 minutes past the end of the stream. So any final questions? I would do it now because we are about to head out.
Landry Woodworks, who do I email for being number 75?
You can email whoever you want.
He won something for being number 75, right?
Yeah, the prize was being number 75.
Number 75.
Oh, that's what he won.
Yes.
He Okay, I even got confused on that one. Sorry.
Yeah, listen to the replay. I said the prize is you get to be number
You get to be
75.
number 75.
Yes, Kate. The tree is not on a time limit. It's on the YouTube channel. You'll see that. And now this is a contributor that I enjoy seeing. He's all over the place. I don't know how he gets anything done because everything that I watch, there he is, Jack in the shop. What is the meaning of life?
It's right. This is the meaning of life right here. You should know that.
I may auction off this Halloween diorama that I created and maybe give it to the highest bidder and proceeds benefit the Laser Makers Realm.
Cool.
I just might do that.
Cool.
So
You
keep
can
an
set
eye
up.
on.
You can set up an auction. I just put the email addresses in there, by the way. So Patrick at lightsource.pro and mine, the LA Hobby Guy at gmail.com. So write those down if you're one of the winners. Make sure you let us know what you won, even though I've got it written down. Send us your name and your mailing address. Any final questions? Good idea, Patrick, says Kate. That's a good idea. Patrick, set up a eBay auction, and we can post the link on the lasermakersrealm.com, or actually, let's do that for the next live stream, and we'll do the auction live. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So on the next live stream, Patrick will be auctioning that off, and maybe we can all come up with something we can auction off. Have 3 different eBay auctions going at the same time. That's a good idea. Let's talk about that. Anyway, final thoughts, guys, because we are about to say goodbye. Patrick, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Just keep an eye on my channel. I've got new stuff coming out. I do have a Patreon. It's scrolling at the bottom. And that's all. Just thank you for your donations and support by watching the show and hitting the like button. I appreciate it.
And if you haven't done that yet, do it now. Steve.
To quote an acquaintance, and also earlier somebody said, how do you keep motivated? Go do.
Yeah.
Just go do.
Yeah, even when you don't want to.
Just go do.
And do for someone else too.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you everyone for your contributions. I cannot begin to express my gratitude because when I do, my emotions come to the surface and I turn into a 3-year-old little girl.
I can attest to that.
And so, and some of you may think, well, man, that guy, he just don't express enough. That's because I can't express anything. I cannot to begin to tell you how much it means. Well, I just turned into a babbling idiot.
You don't want to see Steve when he gets emotional.
So thank you for your support, and go do.
All right, everybody. So that one thing, do one thing. That's the secret of life. I don't know what movie I saw that in. Do one thing and do it well. And that is the secret of life and happiness. For me, that one thing is my hobby. And I just love doing this, and it keeps my spirits up, even with all the things that I'm going through. But I just wanted to say that I am feeling much better. They've got the problem resolved. They've got new medication that's making me feel much better. And I should be back to normal before long. So.
And before we go, I'm not sure what this is. Carl tried to get in, and it won't let me. Send me emails if you're having a problem. Send me emails at hobowithwood@gmail.com, and we'll figure out whatever's going on.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's been a great stream. I hope you enjoyed it today. And we will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye, everyone.